Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Erin and Drew's movie reviews. My name is Drew.
Erin, yeah.
What?
Erin, yeah.
Oh, you're doing the...
Oh,
yeah. That's for our...
This is the extent of my Korean.
Okay. What she said.
I can say, hello, my name is Erin.
Yeah, okay. She rehearsed that for a while.
I did.
Yeah. Don't expect any Korean out of me, though, because I just don't know any. That's why. But if you're wondering why, it's because we have the movie Parasite is what we're going to talk about today. Probably overdue, at least for me, because I realized that it won Best Picture last year, and I had not seen it until I needed to watch it for this show. So I thought that was a good excuse. Yeah.
No matter how many times I told him that he should watch it because
You
it's
know
a good movie and it
how
was my pick for
long
Best Picture.
My
which means
movie
I
list
won.
is of things to watch. It's
Yeah.
getting slow, incrementally smaller, but I also add stuff a lot. So it's like one of these days.
Gotta move
So
the
this
stuff.
was an excuse to just kind of bump it to the top of the list. But yeah, won Best Picture last year, and I think it kind of surprised some people because maybe not everybody was expecting it to win as much as it did. Because it won how many? A lot.
Well, it got Best Picture, Best
Director, didn't it?
Screenplay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Cinematography? No.
I
don't have the list
I think
in
it
front of
won
me.
everything it was nominated for,
Yeah, which was a lot.
which was a lot.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it won. Yeah, it was.
At least two, because Bong Joon-ho has that picture where he's making the Oscars kiss, which is what you do if you have two Oscars at the
course.
same time.
I hear people like sometimes win them, just put them in the bathroom.
Yeah, you got too many. I don't know where to put these.
Yeah,
One goes
go in the
here, one
fireplace,
goes
put one in
here,
the
one goes
bathroom.
here. I'm gonna
I'll put the
hide
toilet,
one in the
I'll put the
chimney.
toilet paper around it. Just kind of, Why go to the store when I got an
What am
Oscar?
I gonna do with all these awards?
Yeah. Tom Hanks used one as a paperweight when he's in the office.
Probably.
Probably does. But yeah, it's cleaned up at the Oscars, and I just saw it recently, and I get the feeling I'm probably going to need to watch this another 3 to 5 times to really absorb. I don't feel like after I tried watching it a couple times, and I still don't think I quite picked up on all the nuance that was going on in the movie. I mean, maybe I don't know if
This
that's
movie is nothing but nuance.
yeah, and I don't know if that has to do with it being a Korean. Not an English first film, because I watched it with English subtitles.
Right.
So, yeah, it's basically a movie about class, but there's also some dark humor in it.
Yes.
But the dark humor kind of just becomes dark about maybe halfway through the movie. Would that be right? Two-thirds?
More like 2/3. Yeah.
2/3 of the way through
Yeah.
the movie? Yeah. Well, it's basically about these two different families, and the first one is very poor. Although I wasn't sure at first because it's more than one person in the family. This takes place in Seoul,
Yes.
South Korea, and it's very segregated there, and they live in basically it's projects,
Yeah.
or maybe
They
not
live-
even that, or what would you call them?
They live in a sub-basement.
Sub-basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They live at the bottom of a hill in a sub-basement, but they still have a window so they can see outside. So they're
Which
not
is like this big.
all the way down yet.
No,
We'll get to that.
they're like the Jeffersons. They're moving on up.
Yes.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah. They don't. But like some members have a family have phones, and they're trying
Well,
to.
they all have phones.
Yeah.
Everybody has
nice
phone.
phones.
Nice phones. They don't have internet connection. Their phones
Yeah,
have been
they're
turned
like.
off.
Yeah, the dad tells them, "Oh yeah, you got to stand on the end table in the corner of the room to get the Wi-Fi, because they don't have their own Wi-Fi system."
Yeah, and they were able to finally get some signal in the bathroom, because the bathroom is actually the highest point of their house.
Yeah, and then they sit down for dinner, and in like an old Western or on Little House on the Prairie or something, they would say, "Thank you, Lord, for this bountiful meal." And instead he says, "Thank you for this bountiful Wi-Fi," or something similar to that effect. It's like, wow, really? I didn't know they did that. Apparently they do.
Well, something they needed. They needed the Wi-Fi in order to get jobs so they can have money to pay for Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, that's...
No.
It's like the snake eating its own tail. It's basically what it is. I can relate to that a little bit.
Yeah.
But and then there's this other family who is very well-to-do because the dad is an architect.
No.
He
is a tech genius guy.
But he lives in a very fancy house.
The house that they're in was built by a famous architect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where that comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
The housekeeper came with the house.
Okay. That's right.
But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that more later. And then I forget, and then basically it ends up where I think every member of the family, every member somehow ends up working for the rich family.
Would you like me to do the synopsis on this one?
Well, I'll lay it out and you can correct me if I'm wrong. But that doesn't.
Eventually, all the members of the Kim family works for the Park family.
But it doesn't start out that way.
Correct.
Right.
It starts with the oldest son.
The son
who gets
the
tutor job from his friend Min, who was a tutor, but he's going to America.
Overshots.
Yes.
What were they drinking?
Soju.
What is that?
It's a rice beer.
Rice. So it's like Budweiser.
I guess.
Don't they
I
make Budweiser?
have no idea. Oh. I've never had soju. I hear that it is good, but I don't really drink, so I guess I'll never find out. But the oldest son.
You gotta go out for sushi sometime. You gotta have some soju with your sushi.
That's sake, and that's Japanese.
Oh well. I cannot win here today.
Nope.
Well, anyway, the tutor guy.
He gets the tutor job, and he decides this is a great place to work. Why don't I get everybody else in my family to work here? So then he gets his con artist sister to become the art therapist for the young son, because the young son obviously has some trauma.
Did they ever say what that was?
The trauma?
Yeah. And he
He saw a ghost when he was 2.
Oh, yep.
A ghost. We'll get to that.
And strangely, he likes playing cowboys and Indians.
Yeah, he's obsessed with the American Native American.
Yeah, and
has a teepee in the backyard.
And even has like the headdress and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's in the window.
Yeah.
Over there. Sorry. No. In the poster.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Hi, I'm going to point to this poster that is obviously right here on the wall behind me.
Yeah. That's not a green screen.
No, not at all.
No.
Sorry. Then after the two of them get jobs, then they get the current chauffeur fired so that they can get their dad a job.
But how does he get fired, Erin?
He gets fired because after being a nice guy driving the daughter home one night, she leaves her underwear in the back seat, just enough of a place so that the Mr. Park, the dad and the rich dad, finds it and is like, "What is this person doing after hours in my vehicle? He must go."
Yeah, well, it's probably not the first time that's ever happened. So. And so that opens up the door, no pun intended, to have the dad come in and be the limo driver. Mm-hmm. And then is the sister or the mom next? They have to get rid of the housekeeper.
They have to get rid of the housekeeper. So far, 3 of 4 members are working for this family. And they're like, well, we got to figure out how to get all 4 of us working in this house because it's amazing. It's amazing jobs. Everybody gets amazing jobs. But they have this housekeeper that they love and came with the house, but they're trying to get rid of her so that the mom can swoop in and be a housekeeper.
Yeah.
So they say she's got tuberculosis. and then they use a hot sauce packet on some
make it look
tissues
bloody
to
or
make
something.
it look like she's coughing up blood.
But she also has a unique allergy.
Yes, she is allergic to peach fuzz.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't know
And peaches in general, but even the fuzz on the outside causes anaphylactic shock and causes her to just start coughing and run away. So they use that to make it look like she's got tuberculosis, and then the family fires her in the rain. It's so sad.
yeah.
But certainly there couldn't be anything in the house that she needs.
No, of course not. And then it comes to one night where they're all the Park family goes. They were gonna go camping.
They go camping for the son's birthday weekend, and since they're going to be out of town, the entire Kim family is like, "Let's just be rich and live in this house for the weekend. We work here. We might as well just do things.
You don't need to clean up. They're gonna be gone all weekend.
Exactly. They make a mess.
They make a
horrible
huge mess. Yeah.
And
all of a sudden
they get a knock on the door, or the doorbell rings, and it's the old housekeepers. Like, I left something. Let me go look. Just let me in. They let her in, and she goes straight to the basement nobody knew about.
Yeah. Is it really a basement though?
It's like a dungeon.
Yeah.
It's like a fallout shelter. I think is actually what it was, because it had like a steel door.
Yeah.
Lots of rigging.
Like almost like a panic room.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Situation.
Very elaborate.
Yeah.
Sheltery panic room.
Yeah, but I was wondering, is like, are gates gonna come down like out of the ceiling and cut off sections and like some kind of like drill?
That I don't know.
Oh.
I only know the one for the door, and the fact that nobody could see that whole shelving unit was on rails, because no one ever looked down.
No.
Why look down?
And what did they find down there?
They found the housekeeper's husband,
Oh my goodness.
who had been living down there for years.
Yeah.
After running away and dying because he was being sought after for tax evasion.
Something like that.
Something like he owed a bunch of people a bunch of money.
Yeah.
That he did not have.
And he would also try to like get, he had like a Morse code thing going on.
He understood his place, and therefore was like, I'm going to give this family that has given me so much the proper respect that they deserve. So he is the automatic light on the stairwells,
so to speak.
So he could just hear everything up top, so he knew when Mr. Park was entering the house that he would light up the lights for him.
Okay, question. This is something I might have missed in the movie. Did the family intentionally put that place there, or did they not even know it was there when the house was built? The panic room thing.
They didn't know it was there.
They didn't know.
They didn't know it was
I
there.
wouldn't think so, because otherwise how would he be able to stay down there without anybody knowing?
When the housekeeper worked with the architect, she knew about the room because the architect built the house.
Okay.
So then when the architect
I missed that. I must have missed that.
They sort of camped in the house in between cellars, and when the Park family moved in, they just the husband moved into the basement to just live. And the housekeeper came with the house, so she was able to sneak away food, which is a fun little Easter egg when you're watching it.
Is that kind of like
They
in
mentioned
Dungeons and
that
Dragons,
she's-
where if you create a character, you get a pet?
No, but sure,
You're a
if
barbarian.
if you
You're
want-
allowed to have a dog. You get this house. You get the
you
housekeeper
get the
with the
housekeeper.
house.
I mean, sometimes it
You
happens.
have no rights. You're just the housekeeper.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, it's like different countries, so I don't know. Yeah. Our director,
Rich people. I
our
mean-
director is laughing because I talked about Dungeons and Dragons and pets. So
I'm trying so hard not to correct you on it too.
what, the room or the pets?
The pets.
Do barbarians get pets?
No. Rangers get pets.
Oh.
Wizards get familiars, or sorcerers get familiars.
Oh, so that's why he's laughing.
Familiars.
Yes.
Barbarians don't really
No, I
get
thought they.
anything except muscles.
Yeah. And they get very agitated easily.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
Yeah, they find out that so the family kind of goes down this huge labyrinth and finds with the housekeeper and sees this and they're a little astonished, but then they kind of let it leak that they're
family.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that all of the Kim family were family members, like they were related.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose, but
now, did they use their actual names, though, when they applied for these jobs? Wouldn't they do the math and say, oh, you're a Kim, you're a Kim,
you have no idea how many Kims are in Korea.
Well, yeah. It's like Smith here.
Yeah.
It's a pretty common name. Yeah.
It's a very common name.
Yeah.
It's like 37% of the population is Kim.
It's like
a lot.
It's like Blazing Saddles. Olsen Johnson is right about Merlin Johnson about Kevin Johnson being right. It's one of those background things like in Office Space where they're doing the job interviews and there's that huge planogram behind them on like the dry erase board that says planning to plan and it's a huge flow chart. And in Blazing Saddles during the town council meeting there's a huge plaque behind them of like all the council members and they're all named Johnson. Same kind of
Same kind of thing. Kind of.
But anyway, yeah, but they're like, oh, she starts to, the gears start turning a little bit and she has them on video on the phone. It says, oh, one wrong move and I hit send. And she had them kind of over the barrel for a while anyway, like basically just holding, I surrender, they're doing what she wants, just keeping them wherever. Yeah. And then that one little lapse of concentration and they knock her over into the phone. It's kind of like chasing a puck in hockey, where it's like going all over the place. And finally they get the phone back and they put them back down in the basement for, I don't remember what's the actual time frame that they're down there. It's a while.
It's
or don't we know?
Things like a whole lot of stuff happens all at once, like at least overnight, because they get him back down into the basement because the Park family comes back home because they got rained out, and
oh boy, did they ever!
Oh boy, did they get rained out!
Yeah, I mean, like everything they own is like floating, pretty much.
That's the Kim family.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, like the toilet is like.
Spewing water.
It's just
it's a mess. So everything
and they have to like stay in one
downhill is a mess because it just flooded. Everything flooded.
And they have
on the
to
other
stay
hand,
at the local gymnasium.
Uphill.
Yeah.
It cleared out the smog, so they're gonna have an outside party.
Of course.
Yeah. And
with teepees.
With the teepee, and it's going to be a birthday celebration. Let's invite my friend who plays the cello and that one lady that sings opera. It's like, wow,
because that's what kids love at birthday parties is opera.
Such good friends. But because they're all employed, they all have to go work.
Is that really a kid's party though, or is that?
It definitely was not a kid's party.
Was that an excuse for the adults to have opera singers at their house?
It was let me show my friends how rich I am.
Yeah, let's flaunt my my wares, so to speak. And but they get a little. Well, the Kim family gets hey, those people haven't had anything to eat in a while.
The son gets a little pang of conscience.
Yeah.
And goes down.
Guilty.
He feels so guilty.
Yeah.
Mainly because in the altercation the night before, the housekeeper died.
Yeah.
And so now you have a very angry husband, who, as soon as he sees a chance, goes thunk.
Yeah. Well, anybody who's been down there for that long is surprised that didn't happen maybe a little sooner.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, nobody knew he was down there.
Yeah.
He knew his place.
Yes. He was a good boy. Until one day he just snapped.
He was having a bad day. Sorry, I won't even get into that. And he snaps, and he goes on a rampage, kind of.
Yeah. Well, for a little while.
For a little while.
Yeah. And he kills what, like 3 people? Kills the daughter, doesn't he?
Kills the daughter. The...
Oh, I forget there's a ricochet effect.
Yeah.
Or a ripple effect.
The husband kills the daughter. Her dad is distraught and kills... No, the mom kills the guy with the barbecue fork.
You got shish kebab.
You got shish kebab.
A little different than getting uggoed.
The husband then falls on the Mr. Park's keys, and he's all like, I need this car so I can take my son who's having a seizure to the hospital. And because of he's holding his nose in disgust against this guy, Mr. Kim, the dad over here, is just like, you are the worst, and kills him. And then runs away and goes, oh no, I've done a bad.
You ever done that? Fall on your keys?
Just like, kill the guy? No.
I've fallen on my keys, and it kind of hurts. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really does.
Fell on my keys.
Yeah. So, and then the father of the Kim family manages to get away, and they can't really find him. But it's almost kind of like the ending of a Twilight Zone episode in a weird way, where he's kind of has this ironic punishment or self-punishment.
Yeah.
Or if you prefer in The Simpsons, what they call the ironic punishment division, where they feed Homer donuts until he dies. And the only problem is he doesn't die. He just gets fatter and fatter and fatter. I don't understand it. Why isn't he dying? But yeah, he's basically he keeps himself down there to stay away. Basically, is what he does.
He needs to hide, and he knows the perfect place because the other guy
worked for him.
Hid for a very long time,
and no one else still knows about it. So why not? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that's basically the movie. Oh, and when the son comes out of his thing,
he
out of
his coma.
He can't stop laughing.
He becomes a Joker.
Yeah, basically. Only he doesn't.
Only more likable?
As far as we know, he doesn't kill anyone.
Right.
That we don't see.
Right.
But he doesn't have the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So that's Parasite. So, all right. I guess it's grade time. Erin, I probably know what you're going to say. What grade do
How many pluses can I put on this?
What grade do you give Parasite?
I give this movie an A+.
A+.
Here you go.
Well,
Are we surprised?
Why did I even need to ask?
This movie is fantastic. Even though we totally just spoiled everything.
Yeah, well, that's what we do
anyway.
Here. Yeah, it's
an amazing movie.
This is not. We probably should have said this at the beginning of the show, but this is not really a show where we review something and then we recommend whether you watch it or not.
No, this
is a movie show where you go watch the
movie.
You come back and see what we have to say about it.
Yes.
Because we're going to talk about the movie. That's kind of what we do. It's a movie discussion show as opposed to a review show, I suppose. Yeah. But reviews sound catchier in the title. But great.
Yes, what do you think?
Yeah,
about
sprinkles. I like it. I still think I'm not quite absorbed everything about it yet, just because I need repeat viewings, so I'm going to tag an asterisk to the end of this. But right now, I'm just going to give it a B.
B, asterisk, see me after class?
Yes. Have you seen Junior's grades? He lacks discipline and focus in mathematics. That's sometimes movies appreciate over time. They're kind of like stocks. They get appreciate over time. Other times they take a dump and just, they rise and they dive. So just like the stock market. Okay. So that is Parasite here on Erin and Drew's movie reviews. If you haven't done so, go watch it. Yes. I would recommend watch it like 3 times.
Yeah.
You think 3 times is enough?
At least 3.
3 times would be good?
like the first time you're watching it, you're just like,
Yeah.
second time you actually get it gets in your head, you understand what's going on. And the third time you're like, I see what okay.
It's
and that looks good.
Yeah, it's kind of for me. It's kind of what I call a slow burn. Like, especially like in action movies, like the action doesn't always ramp up until like the third act. A lot of the times, where it gets really, really good. But you understand like the exposition more when it does that. So, but yeah, go watch this. Anyway, until the next one, I'm Drew.
I'm Erin.
And don't be a parasite. We'll see you later.
I know.
As you leave the theater, folks, please be careful. Don't let this happen to your car. Be sure to remove the speaker before you leave. If you should accidentally pull a speaker loose, please turn it in at our snack bar or box office. Thank you.
Cable television is the swellest thing they got.